Okay, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here and an honor to present at OIS. Thanks to Craig, Jackie, and Maureen, who's ushered us through this process. I'm Erick. I'm the CEO of Formosa Pharmaceuticals, and I'd like to enlighten you about our APNT formulation technology and how we applied it to APP13007, which is a nanosuspension of clobetasol propionate for inflammation and pain after ocular surgery. So corporate-wise, we are fully operational in 2016, headquartered in Taipei, Taiwan. We acquired a company by the name of Activist Pharma in 2017. That they're in Tokyo, near Tokyo, Japan. Just last year, we listed ourselves on the emerging stock market in Taiwan. In terms of technology and assets, we have an APNT formulation technology, which is based on the principle of reducing particle size to enhance dissolution and bioavailability. With that, we have 007 and 002 as 2505B2 ophthalmic agents, the first one being a steroid, and we just finished phase 3 trials for that, and 002 being an eye drop for infectious eye diseases. And we also dabble in oncology with antibody-drug conjugates with a biosimilar of Kadcyla. In terms of development partners, we have a technology in CMC. We have Activist and Formosa Laboratories, and the development partner, Amax Therapeutics, which is based in North Carolina, which heads the clinical CMC and regulatory actions there. In partnering, we've actually out-licensed 007 to China Grand Pharmaceuticals for the China area, and we are seeking partners for the rest of the world. Okay, 007 is a novel ophthalmic nanosuspension for pain and inflammation after ocular surgery. It's a multi-dose ophthalmic nanosuspension at 0.05%. Our target use, obviously, for ocular surgery, for inflammation and pain. We have a very convenient BID for 14 days dosing regimen, and our efficacy and safety is to have sustained inflammation-free and ocular pain-free use, and also a safety profile comparable to placebo, and very well tolerated and comfortable. So a little about APNT. So we facilitate the formulation of a very insoluble, potent steroid, clobetasol propionate, by using common salts and sugars as a milling media to reduce the particle size. When you reduce particle size, you increase dissolution, you increase surface area, therefore you increase bioavailability. We use salts instead of milling media like metal beads or plastic beads. So we are able to use ultra-pure materials that can remain part of the final formulation, doesn't require an isolation step, so it streamlines the manufacturing process. So again, clobetasol propionate is a class 1 corticosteroid, very low water solubility, although it has very wide use in dermatological applications, over 40 years history, although no marketed products for ophthalmic use. And what we've done here, you can see on the right side, we take clobetasol propionate at 40 microns from our supplier, and through APNT nanomerization, we can reduce it 300-fold to a 200 nanometers spherical shape. And then as a more visual, you can see API in water on the bottom. It's insoluble, but after APNT, we have a very opalescent suspension. Okay, exceptional homogeneity is seen here. We've done a standing experiment with other marketed products, Predforte and Lotamax. You can see after standing for 1 week, there's precipitation at the bottom of the vial. Durezol, while it stays homogeneous, is still a milky suspension. APP13007 stays very homogeneous, no precipitation. You can see how that can translate into patient comfort and compliance. And on the right side, just looking at the particle size, looking at the upper and lower regions of the bottle over 15 months, and looking at the stability over time, the particle size is very stable. Okay, in terms of dosing convenience, what I've done here is take the dosing convenience on the y-axis from low to high, 6 times daily to 2 times daily, and on the x-axis looking at the API potency from the Predfortes, the little Retinols, all the way to now clobetasol propionate. And you can see that we have the best of both worlds. We have the most potent steroid, clobetasol propionate, at 2 times daily for 14 days. Okay, for our phase 2 trials, and thanks to George and his team at Lexitas for ushering us through this, we have a phase 2 design and conducted in the United States, 45 randomized subjects of active versus the matching placebo. Our selected key outcome measures, we're looking at the sustained ACC grade and also sustained pain grade. And I'll show you the data on the next slide. So these are the data per visit, and you can see rapid resolution of ACC anterior chamber cells at 0 from 32% at the POD 8 all the way to 82% at POD 22. And for ocular pain grade, rapid resolution of pain at POD4 at 73%, all the way to almost 100% at the POD 15 and 22, again, statistical significance over the matching placebo. In terms of anterior chamber cell flare grade, we also have very similar results, rapid resolution, statistical significance over placebo. And in terms of intraocular pressure, which is a stigma of steroids, we see no treatment-related effects and no difference between the active and the placebo. Okay, we thought that would translate well into our phase 3 study, so we continued with expanded 2 trials, CPN 301 and 302, with a combined 750 subjects, and with a very similar type outcome measures with an added corneal endothelial cell measurements in POD 85 through POD 85 for CPN 302. So the results are here. The ACC grade, very consistent results over 2 trials. Very pleased to see that. Again, rapid resolution, statistical significance over placebo, and also the ocular pain grade, same deal, very rapid resolution of pain and statistical significance over placebo. For intraocular pressure, no significant difference in the mean IOP change from baseline. And also the corneal endothelial cell, no difference between pre-treatment and 3 months following treatment. Okay, this is the last slide I have. This is primary market research that we did with Syneos Health. We've surveyed some healthcare professionals, and all of them perceive that the BID times 14 dosing regimen is a huge major value proposition for 007 because it's better than steroids that are currently used in clinical practice, which is like 4 times daily over 30 days. And also most of them said that the data perceives or allows them to perceive that it's better than the standard of care, leading to higher willingness to prescribe APP-1307. Okay, and with that, thank you very much, and I'm happy to talk with you later on.